Hello and welcome to Tuner Tips by Todderbert. Today I'm going to kind of give you a sneak peek into my nightly routine. I like to do most of my listening in bed. It's nice. I lay on my back and have the radios up on my chest and tune the dials. And so we're going to go over the different items I use. I'm mainly into AM listening for program and for distance listening. So I try to do both. And let's go over the different radios that I keep handy. I also do a little bit of shortwave when I feel like just seeing if I could reach a little further and see what's out there. Finding some interesting stuff on shortwave. I just need a better antenna for that. So it's kind of, this is a little blurb here, some of our radios. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this aside and we're going to kind of just go through what we got. Okay, so the first item I like to keep in the room near the bed is a paper and pencil. Pencil's important because a pen, when you're writing upside down, typically when you're on your back, because I'm a back sleeper, I'll be writing and a pen will not work, so I use a pencil. This is good if you're not sure what they said. Look at the ZXCO, WXCO, I didn't know which one it was, and I found out it was CFCO. So yeah, there's some neat stuff. I usually write what radio. I try to do some quick notes, and then I go to a different format. So always pen and paper or pencil and paper is the best thing to have in the bedside to make quick notes on what's going on. So here's New Orleans. I write down the time. I was up late that night, 4 a.m. So you don't know his ratio. And so just little notes I like to take. It's like a mini log, but I record it better than just this. So that's just to get the basics down when you're in a hurry and you think you're going to forget in the next half minute trying to look it up on a tablet or so. So there's that. And then what I do so I can see what I'm writing, and because I usually have all the lights off, I like to keep a flashlight, as you saw. I keep this little guy. It's just a single AA flashlight. This is just to locate my headlamp. I keep my headlamp nearby, usually by my pillow. What I like to use, these generate noise. Be surprised, most LED flashlights generate quite a bit of noise by your AM receivers. So this is LED headlamp. You can buy at Walmart for $1. Holy cow, these are great performers. I've been using one of these now for a month and a half, about a half hour to an hour each night. Same batteries. It's getting dim, but it still rocks. And this one isn't. This is a new one I got for Christmas. My wife got me some patriotic theme. She got me a red, white, and blue. It's kind of cool. Yeah, they all work really well. You can see. So these are great. $1. It's going to last me, a month to 2 months on just one. So when it expires, I'll throw it in a box, and then if I find some cheap 2032 cells, I'll refill it. But otherwise, just keep buying them for $1 and dispose of them. So definitely a great thing to have, especially when you're wearing it. You can actually, I always wear it with a pivoted down one, and that actually, you can see the dial real nice on most radios, and it's perfect. You can see all your buttons and everything else when the lights are out. So yes, it's geeky, but these things work great. So definitely nice to have. The big thing also, the radios. I keep the Audio Max just as a nice guide because, believe it or not, with my mod, this radio picks up just as well as my 310. These two, as far as on shortwave and FM, fantastic. I like to listen to both. I like to record FM through this radio on its own. I rarely use the patch cable, though I could if I wanted to, if I found something very interesting on shortwave from a different radio that's picking it up better. But typically, shortwave or FM, I'm recording from here. Anything AM that I want to record, I definitely run a patch cable because this is a 9-step AM and doesn't pick up my AM broadcast too well. So, but I do like having this. This is like one of my main go-to radios in my bedroom, and I really, really like this radio. And it just every day I'm using it, even though it has that AM issue. I just love it. It's been a great asset. So definitely a good purchase if you get the 710, with the wider screen, with the regular AM, you'll be happy. And then performing a mod like that for the external antenna, it just makes this thing so much better. So that's that radio. Then I keep the 310. I use this as a reference on my AM band when I'm tuning in my beautiful monster. Oh, this thing's a tank with the batteries in it. By CCRadio-EP. This thing is amazing. Big shout out to C. Crane for building an awesome radio. They're releasing the EP Pro, or they did, and it's back ordered. Now they had end of March, now it's end of May. It's kind of depressing because that's what I want to buy, because this FM on here sucks. It's not that great. I started playing with the FM and I just gave up. This thing picks up better FM than this does. So, but this is the monster for AM. This is the one that gets me 900 miles or more, but about 900 miles is what I've gotten at my max. But having this right here, it's fine-tuned. This is just an amazing thing to have on a radio. Wow, that's all I can say. Good radio. This is my bedside radio, and I use this radio not with a speaker, but with a cheap pair of headphones. I picked up at Walmart. I think they're like $10. They're really, most people say these are crappy, but these are really good at low level AM listening or shortwave listening, and that's all you need. And I like the little rubber cups. They're comfortable in the ears. So yeah, if you're looking for a pair of inexpensive headphones, give these a try. Believe it or not, they're going to work well for DXing on AM. So off to the side there, you saw my monster rig. Yeah, this one gets a lot of use, and I love it. I don't use the light because I'm using a headlamp, but that is handy to have. But you can tune in real quick. Play with the notch filter. This station's coming in so strong that the tuning's not even affecting it. Oh, that's my 720. This is I think 780. This is the nightly classic radio. So let's go. So here you can see how that antenna works. Widen it up to music.
Now there's an answer to those questions. Call Definition Vision. Learn about it.
So I just tuned it. Another station coming in.
Promise me.
Sometimes you'll find a faint station out in the fringe here, and it's mixed with others, so you'll be tuning it. Notch it. Crank up the volume. As you can tell, it's challenging, but it's fun. So yeah, I find some interesting stations, and it's funny, I'll spend like, a good 15 minutes tuning in one station and find out it's like 100 miles away. But then the cool thing is that the station is operating like on 500 watts. So that's the cool factor when you find a station that's weak and you're picking it up. So yeah, great radio. My main go-to. All right, so and then the big deal I like to have is the tablet. Now I love to use this. I keep it at the bedside too. It does generate some noise, but within a close proximity. So if I'm within, like, say, a foot of my EP, it tends to pick it up. So I try to keep it away a little bit. I keep the EP off to the side of my bed, and I got the earphones on, so I'm able to still, enter in stuff. So as you can see, some of the things I found, and I just kind of put the call letters, and you can see all the different stations I found with the EP, and plus some of these are from the 310 ET. I like to keep that handy. So just really cool. And then it gives me an idea. So I can try to remember some of these stations. This is cool. 1210 Philadelphia. I usually put in kind of like the tower power, distance. If I look it up, it's pretty neat. And then get out of this mode. And then we can do this. And then it gives us what's happening as we scroll. So we can go, say, KOA, Denver. That was my farthest one I ever hit. Now this is pretty cool. 50 kilowatts. 900 miles, 56 watts per mile. And the grand champion is not New York City. It is a really hard to find station that I picked up in Nashville. And I'm trying to find out if it's this one. Nope. But they found a really cool Nashville station, and I wanted to kind of show it to you. See, Atlanta, Georgia. That was cool finding that one. Richmond, Virginia. Showing watts per mile. But my watt rate, oh, there it is. Okay, I just, darn it, bumped that. Let's see. So, right. There's Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, there it is, Sparta. That's what I was looking for. So right here, I found this station with 1,000 watt daytime, 468 miles. Country Gold, it's a music station. It's so hard to tune at 860 because there's so much going on at, and 2.1 watts per mile. I couldn't believe it. That was one of my favorite finds. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with this, with a high performance AM radio like that EP. And you can get a pretty decent deal used. As like I said, I found mine under $50 used on eBay. So, oh yeah, I was going to show you one other thing. I have the Skywave schedules I use. This one I use for the shortwave. You can kind of see, like, here we go, Radio Marty. This one I looked up last night. You just punch in the frequency. It already knows what time you're on UTC. And then you hit enter and it searches and it tells you what stations are broadcasting on that frequency, and typically you can figure out which one you're listening to. So, pretty cool stuff. That's what I was listening to last night. So that is the tablet that I like to keep handy. And yeah, that pretty much sums up what I like to keep bedside. Like I said, I use this one to kind of do a frequency check if it's a station that might be closer, because this one reaches out too on the AM band. I mean, I get stations, as you saw, upwards up 700 miles when it's a clear day, or a clear night. I can hear quite a bit with this radio. So I keep it handy to work with the EP a little bit on picking up some of the stronger stations and giving me a frequency. If I, don't get the call letters right away, or hear, I think I'm close, so I'll dial it in and see if I can hear the same thing. So that's nice to have handy. Always have it around. So that concludes Tuner Tips by Todderbert, and you got a kind of a glimpse into my nightly routine. And it changes. I try different radios. I always like to test the new radios that come in. I got a little teaser. I've been, messing with this one a little bit. I always like to, before I review, give them a good workout, a good couple, 2-3 days, and see what they can perform. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.